Are you ready for this 9-year in numerology? Are you ready for 2025? Well, let's talk about what a 9-year entails. Let's get into the numerology of this 9, and let's put a splash, or a bigger splash, a wave of astrology into it, so you can kind of see what's coming up in 2025. Are you ready? Okay, preparing for 2025 it's going to be interesting. And I'm saying this because I thought I was prepared for 2024. I really did. Last year when I was doing my videos for 2024 and I was saying, hey, we're moving into a 44-8 year. This is going to be amazing. It's going to be fantastic. And I think a lot of people did have an amazing, fantastic 2024. But there's some of us who maybe didn't have the best 44-8 year. So I kept comparing it to 2015, which was a great year for me because that was the last 8 year that we had before this year. And I just got to say that it was 2015 definitely better for me than 2024. However, 2024 for me was really a testament into what are you focusing on? What are you thinking about? One of my followers on YouTube reminded me that I said this in a video. You can either make your 2024 chicken shit or chicken salad. It's your choice. I heard that in a movie from the 80s. And I firmly believe that. I had to dip out for a bit in 2024. I had to take a 4-month break. I don't regret it. I don't. It was necessary. But the thing is, there was a lot of stuff that I had not dealt with that I was still focused on, that I was still thinking about a lot. And it came up because 2024 has been a year of abundance in a lot of different ways, right? So it was things that we had to deal with. It was things that we had to, like, maybe communicate or whatever. But it definitely has been a very interesting year. However, if you did deal with a lot of your past, a lot of your baggage or whatever, and you had a really good year in 2024, it's ended quite well for me. Then it has really built a solid foundation for you to move into this 9 year, into 2025. So I'm hopeful. Let's stay positive, right? We're going to go on with that. So I love this. So I really am thinking that 2025 is going to be better. And maybe it's because I'm ending 2024 in such a good way. I'm like ahead of everything with my Christmas shopping. And as soon as I say that, the next couple of days, I will be hitting the stores like a mad thing going, oh my gosh, I forgot this, I forgot that. As soon as I start bragging about the fact that I've got all my Christmas shopping done ahead of time, early, because as soon as I'm done here, I'm going to start wrapping. Again, I'm going to try to get ahead of it so I don't have to stay up until 2 o'clock in the morning on Christmas Eve. But, whatever. We'll see. But we're here to talk about 9. So, segueing into the 9 numerology, I want to tell you first what the mantra of the 9 is, okay? It's, I embody the flow of this moment with courage to change. That's amazing. That's amazing. If you've shown a lot of courage in 2024, if you've shown a lot of courage in this year, and you've dealt with some things that you had to deal with, or if you've brought in some abundance for yourself that you have been waiting for and wishing for, 2025 for you is going to be, I don't want to say easier, but it's definitely going to be a more positive energy because you're already in that flow. You're already in that place and you have the courage to change. And that's an important component of the 9. The 9 year is going to be the year. So release, reset, renew, or rebirth, however you want to put that. It's repairing, it's redoing, it's restoring, and it's replacing. I think that this is so important because we do need to have those times where we stop and say, this is not working for me anymore. Let's redo this. Let's release it, reset, and renew our energy. Our place of work, our office, our car, our home, our relationship, whatever it is that we need to work on. Maybe it's our career path, maybe it's our relationship. This is the year to release, reset, and renew. Now, we can look back and say 1998 was a 9 year, 2007 was a 9 year, 2016 was a 9 year. I think I look back and go, what did I do in those years? What was going on for me personally? What was going on for my community? What was going on with the world? Those kind of things I also look at and go, all right, where were we? And then I start taking a look at the astrology, to see if anything else is similar or if it's something vastly different, right? Because 2024 for me, I think the biggest difference is that Pluto had left Capricorn. For a large part of the year, Pluto was in Aquarius, right? I mean, Pluto is, once January rolls around, Pluto is going to be in Aquarius for the next 20 years-ish. And the thing is, I think that was a big thing for me because I've got a lot of Capricorn in my chart. So I think that was the bigger thing for me. That was the bigger difference. Not all of it. I mean, of course, Saturn's in a different place, and that has a huge it has a huge effect on what goes on in my life, along with North Node. We'll cover this in just a minute. But there's some good things about 9. There really is, because we do need to have that rebirth from time to time. We do need to have that renewal energy. We need to have that change. And we need to bring in the courage and let go of the fear to make those changes, to embrace those changes even. What is not the best thing, like 9 energy-wise? I don't really think that there is a bad number. I just want to say that right now. But I think that there are some numbers that are better served for homes or for a business, especially a business. Because a business, you have a bit more control over that than maybe your home. If you fall in love with the house, you don't really have a lot of control over the address, right? We can manipulate that, and I've talked about that on my shows before. I'm not going to cover it in detail now, but you can manipulate the number on your home, which I've done. So, just letting you know. For me, a 9 and a 5 maybe aren't the best numbers for a business, unless your business has something to do with transitions, endings, completions of any kind, which there's a lot of businesses out there that do, right? I mean, I kind of look at real estate agencies as that because they're helping people change into a different cycle. They're helping people sell homes and buy homes, right? So that is transition. I'm not just talking about like funeral homes or cemeteries or something like that, but think about it. Like a real estate agency, that would be fantastic for a 5, which is a lot of change, or a 9, which is transitions. Yeah. Or maybe even like somebody that does redecoration or decor of any kind. They're trying to change release the energy, the old energy, and bring in some new. It's that kind of thing. It's that kind of feel. So again, there is no bad numbers, and I, for one, am looking forward to this 9-year. Things that are happening. Yeah, things that are happening. The big astrological things that are happening are, we have a couple of large planets that are dipping out of Pisces and dipping into Aries and going back into Pisces because of retrogrades and placements. The thing that I think is so important about this is Pisces is the end of the zodiac and Aries is the beginning. So we do have this sort of theme going on, right? Of endings bringing about new beginnings. And that is so important when we're in a 9-year, because that is so much of what a 9 is. It's accepting endings that bring about a change or a new beginning. And I'm not going to start singing this, the circle of life. But it is a part of a bigger circle. It's a part of like moving through things. It's also really having that change that maybe could help you fulfill your life's purpose. Yeah. See, these are bigger changes than we see in a 5-year, or that we see when we're in a 5-month even. This is bigger changes. It is. So a 9-year, and we have a lot of these larger planets, like Saturn is currently in Pisces, but Saturn is going to briefly dip into Aries on the 24th of May, and he's going to be there until September 1st. Then he's going to retrograde back into Pisces. So he's in Aries for a few months, from May until September. Neptune is currently in Pisces, which, by the way, Neptune rules. Very happy to be there, by the way. But Neptune is dipping into Aries starting on March 30th until October 22nd. Then on October 22nd, he retrogrades back into Pisces. So a few months longer in Aries, but in Aries for a period of time nonetheless, and then going back into Pisces. So as we are going through this year, we're going to see a lot of things that are showing us what the new beginning could be like. We're going to have that taste of what the new beginning is coming, but we're not done with the ending. We're not done with the transition. We're not done with the completion yet. And that, I feel like, is truly an important part of this year. We also have North Node moving into Pisces. I know. January 12th, North Node is moving into Pisces for the next 2.5 years. So that's going to put South Node in Virgo. These are big transitions that are happening. Uranus is moving into Gemini. It dips into Gemini for a period from July 7th until November 7th. Very interesting. And just to let you know, these bigger planets, like Jupiter, changes into different signs every 12 to 13 months. Saturn moves every 2.5 years. Uranus moves every 7 years. Neptune every 14 years. So this is kind of a big deal. Pluto every 12 to 31 years. So like the fact that we have these bigger planets that are transitioning this year, Saturn, Uranus, Neptune, Pluto, but Pluto's been in and out of Aquarius for a minute. So there's a lot going on. There's a lot going on. I'm not covering Mercury, Mars, and Venus because those move very quickly. All right. Like Venus changes signs every 23 days to 2 months. Mars is a little more like 2 months, stays in the same sign for 2 months, but those don't retrograde as often. Like Venus only retrogrades every 18 months and stays in retrograde for 6 weeks, and Mars retrogrades every 22 months and stays retrograde for 11 weeks. So they move a lot faster. And Mercury, oh my gosh, not even getting into that, because Mercury follows the sun and moves every 14 to 30 days. And excuse me. But I will say in 2025, Mercury's retrogrades all start in fire signs. So Mercury's retrograde, Mercury's first retrograde of 2025 starts when he's in Aries. Then Mercury's second retrograde starts when he's in Leo. And Mercury's third retrograde starts when he's in Sagittarius. I mean, that's a kind of interesting thing to me, but I digress. So we do have a Venus retrograde this year, which Venus retrograde is kind of tough on relationships. And it's not a good time to start a new relationship, whether it's a relationship with a business partner or a relationship with a romantic partner. It's not the best time for that. So Venus retrograde happens from March 1st until April 12th. And it starts off in Aries and ends in Pisces. So again, I want you guys to see that we're doing a lot of stuff. There's a lot of stuff happening with the Pisces-Aries mix of Pisces being the end and Aries being the beginning. So we have a lot of stuff surrounding that particular mantra, theme's a better word. So a lot of stuff happening there. Okay. And yes, Pluto will be in Aquarius for the next 20-ish years. Well, until 2044. Okay. Did I cover everything in my... Oh, yes. Okay. On January 29th, we move into the year of the snake. This is the year of the wood snake. The last year of the snake that we had was in 2013. February 2013 to January 2014, and that was a water snake. So again, if you want to look back and see what that year was like for you, kind of get a feeling of what's happening, again, it's about transitions. And I'm saying all of this to tell you, and I'm going to cover more of this as we go along this year, because honestly, I'm not loving the whole Neptune and Aries thing. I'm really not, because that was like the American Civil War. It was the last time Neptune was in Aries was during that period. So I'm not loving it, I'll be honest with you. However, there's some good things happening because Jupiter's in a different sign, Pluto's in a different sign, Saturn is in a different sign. That's positive stuff that's happening there. But again, it could be like there could be some conflicts. So stay tuned in 2025 and we'll cover a lot more of that then. Let's return to the 9 energy, which again is all about transition, completion, releasing. It's a fantastic time for you to remove clutter this year. Spiritual clutter, physical clutter, mental clutter. I mean, whatever is living rent-free in your head that should not be there, it might be time to kick that to the curb, okay? It might be time to move that on out. This is definitely a time for you to use logic. This is definitely time for you to just say, all right, let's take a look at all the choices that I have before me and be logical about it, not emotional. Okay? Logical. I'm not saying to squash your emotions. I'm not saying that if you feel like scared or angry or, I'm not saying for you not to feel those feelings. If you're feeling happy, feel those feelings. Let's don't make decisions based on emotion in 2025. I'm guilty of it. I mean, this is about a completion of a cycle. This is about a change to bring about a change in a phase in your life so that you can fulfill your life's purpose. Yes, I know. I'm reiterating these things because I think they're really important. This is a time to take a step towards the next part of your life with courage. You're looking at a different part of your path, a new place on your path. You need to take that step with courage. Yes, 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 yes. The thing about the 9, the lessons of the 9, is to recognize patterns and let them go when they are no longer serving their purpose in your well-being. That is going to be crucial in 2025. Very important. Recognize those patterns that are holding you back. Recognize those patterns that are no longer serving your well-being and move past it. This is not a bad time to start something new. It's not. But the important thing is that if you are starting something new, what are you leaving behind? What are you getting rid of? Keep that in mind, okay? So I don't want to say it's a bad time to start a business or a venture or a hobby or something like that, because it's not. Just because we're in a year of transition and completion doesn't mean that you can't start anything new. It just means you need to take a look at what you need to let go of so that you can bring this new energy in. This is a wonderful year of rebirth. It's a wonderful year to be very generous with yourself and others, generous with your time, with your energy, with your your skills, your imagination. Yeah, get out there. Get out there and do it. Be very philanthropic about it. I think this is a wonderful time for that. I will tell you shadow sides here, okay? Shadow sides, and you can see this really well in people that have the life path number of 9. Some of the shadow sides are fear of change, fighting change, which causes them to be impulsive or moody or a little careless with money. Because if they're afraid of something or if they're fighting against something, they're going to be like, I don't know what to do. I'm just going to go. I'm just going to do this. They're very impulsive and very up or down. Can't get a handle on those emotions. It can be frustrating, especially for those of us that are not used to it. For those of you that are just like, I've never been afraid of change. I've never fought change. This can be challenging because it's going to sneak in there. It's going to sneak up on you and you're going to be like, why am I so afraid of this? Hesitate. I mean, you can hesitate. You can get the lay of the land, but don't be afraid to continue forward. Okay? Don't be afraid to continue forward. That fear is going to creep up on all of us this year. It really is. That is one thing that I'm not looking forward to in 2025 because I've seen it before with me in particular. I've seen that where I'm just like hesitant. But I stop and I get the lay of the land and then I'm like, okay, let's move forward. Let's go ahead. Yeah. It can be a very wonderful year. It can be. If you've not been dealing with a lot of your stuff, if you've not been dealing with a lot of your baggage, you're going to have to deal with it at some point, and this may be the year that you have to work through it. You may have to release a lot so that you can move forward because 2026 is going to be a new beginning year. It's going to be a 1 year, and that is all about that new beginning. So, embody the flow of this moment with courage to change, and I think 2025 could be spectacular. I really do. I'm looking forward to some of the stuff that is happening this year. Again, Saturn is dipping into Aries for a bit and then retrograding back into Pisces. So is Neptune dipping into Aries for a bit and then retrograding back into Pisces. Uranus is going into Gemini before returning into Taurus. Again, just for a few months, just for 4 months-ish. And then We have Jupiter moving into Cancer on June 9th. Venus is going retrograde this year. Venus did not go retrograde in, see, I keep saying this year. Venus did not go retrograde in the year that we are currently in, which is 2024. So Venus will go retrograde in 2025. It's not fun, but it's okay. I mean, all good relationships have to endure some kind of conflict, right? Right? I got that from Dawson's Creek. I know. I can't stop quoting like TVs and movies. It's crazy. So people with their life path number, this is your year. So a lot of times when I enter into a 22-4 year, I like major changes happen to me. They can be good, they can be bad, but it depends on like my optimism. It really does. It depends on my optimism, it depends on my negativity, and it depends on what am I embracing, fear or faith. So I think that might be something that you need to approach when you're moving into this year. If your life path is 9, what are you embracing, fear or faith? I mean, it's a good lesson for all of us. Yeah. But this is a year. Release, reset, and renew. Release what is no longer serving you. Reset your energy, reset your office, reset your relationships, your I don't know, your career path, whatever it is, reset and renew. It's a time of rebirth. I'm looking forward to it. And remember, an exit is an opening to something different. It's a way out, and it gives us an option. I love options. I love choices, and this coming year is going to be about choices. Very excited about it. I am very excited about it. But I mean, again, there's not a number that I don't like. There's just numbers that I think are not right for some things. Because of the job that I have, I wouldn't want my office or the name of my company to be a 9. I wouldn't want to have the address of a 9 or the name of my company to be a 9, because that's not what I do. But if that company is about transitions or endings or change of some kind, releasing, that would be perfectly appropriate for someone like that, to have a 9 as the numerology of the name of their company or their address or phone number or something like that. But I'm so weird. I add up all that stuff all the time. So I tell you, I'm excited about this year. I feel like I have learned a lot in 2024. I feel like I have come out of 2024 with a fresh spirit, with ready to like embrace it and ready to move ahead. This has definitely been a year of learning for me, and I think that's the abundance that I brought into my life in 2024. Not bad, not bad. I can't wait to get into 2025 with you guys. I'm so looking forward to it. Thank you so much for sticking around in 2024. It's been a ride, and I'm so grateful for those of you that have been on this journey with me. My live shows are still going to be on Tuesday nights at 9 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. I'm like, again, doing math in my head. I changed it because I had some West Coast people that were like, seriously, I can't do it this early. I can't watch you. I have to watch it in reruns. I'm there with you. I get it. And I get to put my kids to bed and then come to my office and do my live shows on Tuesday nights. So that's phenomenal. I will be doing monthly numerology every month. I may be adding in some of the reviewed shows. I'm not sure about the Zodiac shows yet. If you are interested in me doing the Zodiac shows again in 2025, starting those up again, please let me know in the comments or shoot me an email. Let me know. Because I'm not sure that I'm going to get back on board with those right away, but I'm thinking about it. I'm working with some people that are helping me out with my channel, like helping me make some changes and some differences with my channel, and it's good. It's good. But again, thank you so much. Stay tuned. I'll be doing more shorts this year. In 2025, I'll be doing more shorts in 2025. I also have the video for the Year of the Snake coming out. I know. We're leaving the Year of the Dragon and we're moving into the Year of the Snake so we can shed the skin of the things that we need to release. It's perfect. Thank you so much for joining me today. I hope you guys have a wonderful, wonderful holiday season, whatever it is that you're celebrating. And I hope you have a very happy, happy new year. I can't wait to see you in 2025. And until then, get out there and make your magic. Bye.